Hey, Martin here with Project Rebuild, the latest update. Just come out of physio number 15, I think. And an interesting one. So, quick recap. Do you remember last time? I did the ring dinger. And actually, today, for the first time since I've done the ring dinger, I've not felt so bad in my neck. Literally, the last few days, my neck has been really, really uncomfortable as a result of that. However, today it was feeling a little bit better. So, just a little bit of an assessment on the effectiveness of that. And my spine is looking a lot better, which is good. And the muscles along the spine looking good, and the neck looking good. So, that was great. We didn't do another ring dinger. We felt like that was, or he felt like that was okay for now. So then we turn our attention to the thing that's really causing me the problem, and he was hoping that the ring dinger would help with, I'm saying ring dinger as if you saw the last episode. In case you didn't see the last episode, the ring dinger is when they wrap a towel around your neck and you're led down, and then they just yank your head. And it kind of, decompresses the spine and the neck and frees everything up. Really quite an experience. So we didn't do that again, but that does seem to have had, a positive impact, albeit the after effect of that for a few days was pretty uncomfortable. So then we turn our attention to the shoulder, which it didn't have any effect on the shoulder, really. I've still got that limited movement, very sharp pains. And we did a whole load of physio massage today, and it's difficult when you're led on your front and your arm's got to kind of drape over the table, and it says relax the arm, and you can't really relax the arm because it's so painful at that kind of mid-height level, which is what happens when you're draped over. But if holding your arm, if you like, not this one, but if you hold it from here, any height here, searing pain, so not so good. So he did a lot of physio massage on it and really got in there, and we know exactly the spot is right in the joint, and it's extremely painful, and he literally took my breath away. Not in a positive way. Yeah. Sound like the movies. I nearly burst into song then. No, we don't need that. Yeah, took my breath away with some of the pain. And then we had a good talk afterwards, because he's keeping track, I'm not, but this is apparently session 6 on my shoulder specifically, and although it's in some ways better than it was when we first started on the shoulder, it's still very painful. It's not got the range of movement. It's limiting life at the end of the day, and so it's not getting better in that regard. So we had a conversation about going back to the GP and needing some ultrasound on that to really have a little look inside, not just the sound waves as part of therapy, but actually have a look at what's going on in that joint. And then he started talking about, probably needing injections and things, which didn't sound very pleasant. So I'm still processing that. I've just come out of that and sort of processing it, but I'm being open and honest with you. This is the journey, and it's difficult, really. It would be really, really easy, and I think the message in this is, like, even in recovery is still up and down. It's still a roller coaster. We've said that all the way through. Sometimes you kind of get news where it's like the thing you're doing, even though there's a range of different things that we can tap into, that it's just not getting you kind of over the line. It's not getting you to where you need to be. And it's got you this far and worked absolute wonders on the rest of me, which is brilliant. Bearing in mind, when I first went in there, I was literally hobbling around. I could barely walk. I was all out of kilter, very painful all over my back and neck. So it's just this shoulder business. But it'd be really, really easy at this point, having made all that progress and then being frustrated by the pain still and limiting, and then realizing that maybe physio isn't the answer, to kind of get us over the line on this, it'd be really easy to kind of spiral a bit and go, oh God, what if it doesn't get better? What if this is it? You know, and what does that mean? Like all the stuff I want to do that I can't do at the moment, and my plans for the future, and you know, be that the climbing, be that skydiving, be that all the stuff that I need this shoulder for. What if I can't do it? It would be so easy to go in that. And it's not like that hasn't crossed my mind. I wouldn't be talking about it otherwise. But what's really important is that we don't dwell on that and that we don't focus on that, because it not getting better is as much of an option as it will get better. And actually, he said, well, I've got every faith that it will. We just might need to do some different things. So we need to focus on the positive and focus on, yeah, this is going to get better. This, you know, we just need to do something different now, speak to some new people, which is why we have this network of people around us that we can trust and we can tap into that have different skill sets. So important. Some people can get us to a certain level, and then it needs somebody else to take us that next bit. Some people can maintain a certain thing in our life, which is good because we need to maintain that, but we just need then somebody else that can add that extra icing on the top. And it's kind of, we got to look at it like that. And if we just try and struggle through all this just by ourselves, then, well, we're going to be nowhere near what we're capable of. Because we do need those people around us. And this is one of those moments where it's like, okay, this isn't working and we might need somebody else. Okay, it's worked up to a point and it's got me fighting fit in many other ways. Right, now let's go and speak to somebody else. And luckily I've got an amazing GP. Again, built that relationship over years. I can now tap into. We're going to have conversations about that. And now we can talk about the physical stuff, not just the mental health. And we'll take it from there and have every faith that, you know, we'll do what's required to get me fighting fit again and having no pain in this shoulder, so I can go do all the crazy stuff that I want to do and have all the adventures that I want to do with my family and with my friends and indeed with my clients. You know, we move forward with extreme confidence. I want to live an extraordinary life with extreme confidence. That's the whole premise of what I do. I feel like I'm doing that right now. It's a little bit more restricted than it used to be. It's like, okay, but we're going to get through this. The whole reason we do these crazy things like breaking arrows on our throats and smashing through boards is we got that to go back onto and say, well, if I was able to find a way to do that, then I'll find a way to do whatever this new obstacle is in my way. And this feels like a new obstacle, and it's okay. I'll figure out, right, I need to speak to this person. We need to do this. Okay, some of that stuff doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't particularly want injections in the joint of my arm. But, you know, hey, if that's what we need to do, then that's what we need to do. So if we go into it with that kind of positive attitude, not happy clappy just for the sake of it, but really got some purpose behind it, why this needs to get better, and that confident in the people around us that we can do that, and reflect on the journey that we've been on and that how far we've come. These are the things that are important. You know, these are the things that are important, because I can do a heck of a lot more than I could, you know, 3 months ago. So that's a good thing. And now we just need to, it does feel like we just need to get this over the line. You know, it's nearly there. It's just going to take a couple of new things to get there and somebody new to step in. Cool. Willing to do that. So there you go. A longer one. A bit more reflection. Like I say, there's a little more to process and think about here. But I guess the main message here is that, you know, life, recovery, everything in life, you know, has its twists and turns, and it's how we navigate those that dictates the quality of our life, and what we focus on dictates the quality of our life. That's one of my key messages in all the things that I do. And when we feel a little bit down, when we feel like we've, oh man, I thought it was this, but we're gonna have to change the plan, get so far, and it's like, oh, how do I reach that next level? It's like, you figure it out. You step back, we don't panic. We step back and go, right, what do I need to do next? Who do I need to speak to next? And why would that be a good idea? And then we'll move forward. So I'll give you more updates as they come in. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep rebuilding.